Thanks for clicking on the webcast. I'm Laura Kay. So here's the latest from WENY-TV News and the Star-Gazette. Now, many are calling it the Halloween hurricane. Officially, it's Hurricane Sandy, and meteorologists are still unsure exactly what impact it will make on the East Coast. But New York and Pennsylvania officials are taking precautions. Hurricane Sandy has lost some of its power, but it's still raking over the central Bahamas. The storm is blamed for at least 21 deaths in the Caribbean, 11 of them in Cuba. And locally in PA, road crews are keeping an eye on Sandy. PA utility workers have been told to cancel vacations. State transportation officials are plotting strategy, and the PA Emergency Management Agency has been in touch with federal weather forecasters about the likely path of the storm. In New York, Governor Cuomo is telling state agencies to prepare for its arrival downstate and possibly here in upstate as well. Cuomo is asking New Yorkers to monitor their TVs and radios for weather alerts. He's also urging people to prepare storm kits. With hurricane season lasting through November 30th, FEMA says it's standing by, ready to respond to regional emergencies. We spoke to a Cornell climatologist to get an idea of what may be ahead in the days to come.
And we're not trying to make too many impact forecasts yet because it is still 5 days away, so there's a lot of room for things to change. They're still kind of uncertain. It is likely that the biggest impacts we'd see would be rainfall.
And stay with us here for the latest on Hurricane Sandy. Today, twice convicted murderer Calvin Harris could be out on bail. Now, as we reported last week, the state appellate court ruled to reverse Harris's second murder conviction and order a third trial for the killing of his estranged wife, Michelle, back in September 2001. Thursday, Tioga County Judge James Hayden set Harris's bail at $500,000 until the third trial. Hayden was reluctant to release Harris immediately because he couldn't verify the status of Harris's U.S. passport. Once it's verified, Harris will be freed. District Attorney Gerald Keene argued Harris is a flight risk because he has a lot of cash, no job, and few family ties to the area. Keene also pointed out Harris was convicted twice, once in 2007, again in 2009. In the meantime, he's being housed in the Tioga County Jail.
I don't think there's any question that there'll be a third trial in this case. I mean, he's been convicted twice, and the courts have found that there's legally sufficient evidence, so I don't know why anyone would decide, whether it's me or someone else, why they would decide that there shouldn't be a third trial.
We're heartened we have a new trial. The Court of Appeals recognized that the first trial was not fair, and it's given him a new trial, and we are hopeful that this next trial will prove to be successful for Cal.
District Attorney Keene has led the prosecution in the first two trials. Now he's running for Tioga County Judge. If he wins, the decision to try Harris a third time will be left to someone else. The next court hearing is set for December 7th. And now here's meteorologist John Hickey with your forecast and more on Hurricane Sandy. John.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. Today we don't have much to worry about. It looks like a gorgeous day, but it's starting this weekend and into early next week, of course, that we start to see the potential impacts from Sandy. So your weather headlines, we're talking about more mild temperatures in store for today. Yesterday tying our high temperature record of 77 degrees. That's as high as we got. Today more mild temperatures into the mid-70s again, but a tad cooler than yesterday. We'll start to see some showers tomorrow, but that's actually with a cold front and not Sandy. We'll also take a look at a Sandy update here in just a minute. But first things first, we'll time out today and at least part of your weekend for you here on your Future Track forecast. High pressure in place, so we're looking at a good deal of sunshine, a little bit of patchy fog out there early on Friday, but again, just like yesterday, it evaporates and we'll start to see a lot of sunshine by the afternoon. Temperatures today up into the low and mid-70s, so just a touch cooler than where we were yesterday. Now overnight, we'll start to see the clouds overspread the Twin Tiers, and then this cold front comes through and kind of stops. It's just going to sit there and it's going to stall out for several days, and that's what's going to allow Sandy to ride up along that front and interact with it. So we'll start to see a couple of showers as we look ahead towards your day on Saturday, but overall it's not the wettest of the days to come, and the showers likely wait until the afternoon. And then as we look ahead towards your day on Sunday, we'll start to see Sandy come a little bit closer, start to interact with that front and start to bring some heavier and steadier rains to the Twin Tiers, especially the later on in the day we get. So here's kind of what's going on with Sandy and the official track from the National Hurricane Center, taking it somewhere in towards southern PA or into New Jersey, or perhaps as far north as Cape Cod. You can kind of see each of these lines here represents an individual potential track from our weather models. What's really important to note here, though, is it's not so much the track. The track, of course, important, but overall the damage and the spread of the storm is going to be much larger than exactly where these lines are. So the lines, while guidance, expect widespread effects from the storm regardless of if the line happens to pass directly overhead. We're going to watch this dip in the jet stream with an upper level trough interact with Sandy and act like a straw to suck Sandy back into the east coast. Again, exactly where, a little bit up in the air still at this point, but overall the impacts are likely to be some heavy rain, that's the most likely impact, and just how high the winds could be right now, 40, 50 miles per hour with some gusts as high as 60, certainly a possibility, but something we'll continue to monitor. You're going to want to check back with us here at WENY.com. Follow us on our Facebook page too. That's where you'll find the majority of your updates as we look forward towards the weekend. All right, let's get a look at the interactive Sky Tracker 7-day forecast now. Looks like the most likely time frame for all of this in the Monday to Tuesday time frame. And then, of course, for the trick-or-treaters, looks a little bit soggy and cool, too. So this forecast, Laura, really wet here after today.
Looks like a wet one. All right, thanks, John. For the latest news, weather, and sports, be sure to watch WENY-TV News at 5:30, 6, and 11. And don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star Gazette. I'm Laura Queso. Have a great day and a great weekend.